Hello ladies, looks like it's just you and me today for TLDR because Martina still doesn't have her voice back, so I'm gonna have to do all the speaking by myself, unless she uses her hand puppet, which won't really contribute much to the discussion and your general edification about things in Korea. So today's question, fortunately, is directed just at me. As Shaz Wales asked, what are some of the issues about being tall in Korea? Since I'm so tall, what are some of the things that I deal with? So for those of you that don't know, I'm roughly 6'4" or 195 centimeters in Korea, which whenever I tell people that I'm 195 centimeters, they're like, oh, 190. So yes, I am 190 in height. Now this actually comes with a bit of a funny side story. Around 2 years ago, there was a small controversy in which a girl on a TV show said that she wouldn't date anybody under 180 centimeters because she says that those are losers. So when I started telling people that I'm 195 centimeters, they're like, winner. Even when we went to Everland, which is like an amusement park in Korea, they had the height restrictions, and you even saw 180 centimeters. Somebody actually like penciled in loser below that, so that's kind of funny. Actually, I was too tall to fit on one of the rides according to the height restrictions, so I actually had to like hunch over in order to get onto the ride. So that's actually one of the problems about living in Korea if you're my height, is that you might not be able to get onto the amusement park rides. Not very safe for people like me. So now, are there a lot of tall guys in Korea? Well, not that many that I've seen around my height. Sure, some tall guys exist, and I've actually ran into a couple that are taller than me, but I quickly dispose of their bodies so nobody will ever find them again. Excellent. But other than that, nobody's really my height at all. I pretty much tower over everybody. I can see clearly over everybody's head here in Korea. So the main issue that I fit in Korea because of my size is clearly clothing. I can't find anything here to fit me, be it shirts. Sometimes I could find pants. Shoes, absolutely impossible because I have size 13 feet, which is roughly size 300. So essentially, no shirts, no shoes, no service. For me. Now you can go to places like Itaewon and get like bigger size clothing, but that's only for like a specific style of clothing, which isn't necessarily my aesthetic. So mainly if I want to go to department stores or some funky Korean stores, I'm not going to be able to find any Korean clothes that fit me. The maximum size that it goes up to is roughly like 110, which I don't know what that means, but it's like 95, 100, 105, and 110. 110 is the biggest. And according to those standards, I'm roughly like a 120, which they don't make. Now other issues that I face in Korea, apart from not finding clothes, is practically just not fitting in this country. And I don't mean in terms of like me being weird, I just don't physically fit in a lot of the places in this country. Korea has a very high population density and real estate is very limited, so a lot of restaurants can be a little bit cramped. I find myself trying to like squeeze through doorways and like squeeze around people to try to fit somewhere. Tables sometimes are too small for me, especially floor tables. If I ever have to sit on the ground and cross my legs, I can't get my legs underneath the table whatsoever. So I pretty much just have to like sit on the side all like sexy model style, like hello ladies. This is the only way I could sit on floor tables in Korea. Another thing about Korean restaurants is a lot of them have dangling light fixtures, which results in me bumping my head against them a lot of the time, making for an unpleasant restaurant experience. I've had some odd experiences at washrooms as well, in which like the washrooms are also very cramped, and since my legs are too long, when I'm trying to sit down and do number two, my legs don't actually fit against anything, so I have to like prop them up against the wall with my feet dangling, which makes a very awkward sensation when you're trying to curl one out. Hey, I'm just trying to tell the story here. Some toilets you might not be able to poop in, alright? Just remember that, tall guys or tall girls. Pooping might be difficult for you in public spaces. Now, there are some great benefits of being as tall and big as I am. There's this odd thing that happens in Korea sometimes, in which when you're on the subway and it's your stop and you're trying to get off, some people will try to squeeze on before they actually let you off. And me, personally, I find that very annoying. So if anybody ever tries to do that, I just puff up like this and I walk straight and they all just bounce right off me. And they actually have to like backpedal because they're trying to squeeze past me. Just learn how to wait, people. Just learn how to wait. In really busy, crowded areas also, it's very easy for me to find Martina because I could just look over everybody's heads and see that little blonde girl with pink hair. It's easy. Oh, you want a high five? Okay, there's your high five. Your hands are warm. Sick. Why are they so warm? Gross. Martina has like a heating disorder. It's good for Martina as well when we're in crowded areas because if everybody's bumping off her, she'll just like walk behind me and use me as a snowplow while everybody bounces off me. I'm making it sound as if I just walk through Korea and like push everybody around, but that's not necessarily the case. It just means that people, if they try to bump into me, will face negative repercussions. Because I am like Dothraki Man Warrior, cleaving through crowds of Korean peoples. Not necessarily true. I don't have a cleaver. Subway stations also have a lot of dangling advertisements advertisements, which I sometimes have to like limbo around so that I don't bump my head against it. Really sexy limbo. This is how I go underneath the limbo signs, just like that. Bop, pop. Look at that cleavage. So that's it for this week's TLDR. I know it's shorter, but it's only because it's half a team here today and one obnoxious hand. There's the question you want us to answer for next week's TLDR. Leave your questions in the comments. And if you like your question, we might just pick it. And if we don't like it, we might not pick it. And hopefully by next week, Martina's voice will be back, or else we'll have another just sexy one-on-one session with you and me. That's right, ladies. And awkward hand over there. And don't forget to like and favorite this video and to subscribe for more TLDR Wednesdays. Take it away, awkward hand. This is where the hand is supposed to do a dance. We're supposed to do the bloopers right here. The bloopers here and the past week there. That's right. Oh, yeah.